So let's say you're thinking about selling your home. You're thinking, you know what, this might be the time. Part of that process is, yes, knowing the market and understanding price point and where we need to be and getting your home ready and having it all staged properly and ready for showings. But the other aspect of it is the emotional side. It's not personal. It's possible you're going to get an offer way lower than you want it to be. You might find out that there's a bunch of repairs. You might find out there's water under your home. Chances are really good you don't climb under your house on a regular basis to see if there's water under your house. Chances are really good you don't climb in your attic to look and see if there's microbial substances growing on the undersheeting of your roof. Guess what? We live in the Pacific Northwest. There's microbial substances growing on the undersheeting of your roof. It's just happening. It's just the reality. The north sides of our houses, they don't get enough sunlight. And if you bought your home 10, 15 years ago and you haven't been up there in 10 or 15 years, you don't know what that looks like. So some of that is just being prepared and aware and understanding that you may need to have some concessions. You may need to have some work done. You might need to concede on price. You might need to offer a buyer some closing costs to help them take on repairs they're willing to do, but they don't want to spend the money on. So there's a lot of different factors that go into it besides just what's the price and what do we need to do to get the house ready to sell. It's being aware of all of those other moving parts and that whole negotiation process. Once the offer comes in, once we're going through the inspection, what happens if the appraisal comes in low? What if the appraisal comes in and they say, oh, it's only worth this, but you think, well, it's worth that. Well, we have to cross those bridges. And so part of my job is setting that stage and talking about all of those things up front, not to worry you, but to give you at least an understanding so that when we get to the point of inspection, 2 months after we went to the market, and we find out, okay, they're asking for this thing to be done, and you are shocked you've never heard such a thing. Well, no, we talked about it in the beginning, and that's why I'm really careful to make sure and help educate holistically on all of the different aspects as much as I possibly can, so that you're at least aware of it and understanding the different dynamics that can happen.